Rainbow Reader Unit 2 Insects. Do you see insects in your home or surroundings? Name some of these insects. Which insects are you fond of? Which insects are you scared of? Are insects useful or harmful? I'm going to read about insects. Insects are among the smallest animals in nature. They vary in size from a tiny ant to a large butterfly or moth. Insects are almost among the most numerous creatures on earth. There are almost a million kinds of insects. We see them in our flower garden, around our lights, among the plants in our vegetable garden, and in our cupboards. Insects are everywhere. Like plants, birds, and other large animals, insects help to keep the balance of nature. They have an important part to play in the lives of man, birds, fish, and other animals. Man and all other animals and plants depend on one another to live. Although insects differ in many ways, they have certain things in common. Every insect has 6 legs. Its body is divided into three main sections: the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. An insect has eyes and a mouth, and most of them have antennae or feelers. They use their antennae to feel, taste, and smell things. Do you know that birds, fish, and other animals depend upon insects for their food? Without insects, these animals will starve or die from hunger. Some insects eat another insect in order to survive. When insects like bees and flowers visit flowers for their nectar, they take away some of the pollen grain on their body. When they visit another flower, they deposit some of the pollen grain on it. This pollen helps the flower to bear seeds and fruits. We get most of our fruits and vegetables in this way. Tomatoes, cucumbers, oranges, mangoes, and pumpkin are some of the fruits and vegetables we obtain when insects pollinate the flowers of these plants. Insects are useful to man in many other ways. The honey bee gives us pure honey. This is pleasant to sip. It provides us with natural nourishment. Bees also produce wax, which we use for making candles and shoe polish. Ants are social insects. They are an example to human beings by the way their lives are organized. They live in families and depend upon each other. Different ants have different duties. There are farmers, leaf cutters, harvesters, and army ants. Some ants cultivate tiny mushroom gardens. Some collect seeds. Others hunt for other insects. Man can learn from insects how to organize his life. Ants are visible around our homes and gardens. They are pests. They get into our food. They destroy our plants, and worst of all, they bite and bore into our flesh. The bite causes itches and allergic reaction to many people. Insecticides are used to control them. The crazy ants are very familiar to all of us who lives in the Caribbean islands. The sandfly is also plentiful in the island. They are difficult to see but very dangerous. The female sandfly sucks the blood of human beings. This causes much itching and allergic reactions. Visitors in the Caribbean are warned about the presence of these sandflies. They are advised on how they should dress when they visit areas where sandflies are plentiful. The housefly is another dangerous insect which spread diseases like cholera, dysentery, and typhoid fever. These diseases, if not treated early, may result in death for patients. You are surely aware of the dangers of the mosquitoes. These insect pests spread malaria, yellow fever, and dengue fever. All these illnesses are extremely dangerous if they are not treated early. The victim may die. You may see the insect vector control officer visiting homes, spraying the environment, and advising people how to get rid of mosquito. Thousands of people in the Caribbean die because of the presence of the housefly and mosquito in our islands. Although some insects are harmful to man, others provide great pleasure with their beauty. It is pleasing to look at some of these creatures, the multicolored butterfly and moths, the fireflies and beetle add color to the environment. It is also interesting to learn of the habits of insects and how they survive among their many enemies.